It's Monday, July 23rd, and you're listening to ZEN Daily News.
I'd like to have a triple chocolate cheesecake with some ice cream and coffee black, please. And can I have some soda?
That was Sugar High by Auntie Lode, and I'm your host, DJ Stevie Wayne. You're listening to the ZEN Daily News Podcast, lighthearted, fun news headlines Monday through Friday, because we're not like the normal news, we're Zen.
Zany. Eccentric.
Noteworthy.
Now, today's top headlines.
The words at the very top of the front page in big letters.
In zany news, Swiss police in the town of Rorschach apprehended a family of 3 from Austria. A married couple and their 10-year-old daughter are accused of attacking a 60-year-old taxi driver, stealing his taxi, crashing into a parked boat, then driving through a hedge, and then finally crashing off of a 4-foot ledge before they tried to escape on foot. In other news, it's been announced that the Swiss town of Rorschach will be given the award for the world's strongest meth at the International Meth Aficionados Award ceremony this coming Tuesday. In eccentric news, in typical Facebook fashion, a cool dad posted his story about pooping in a public restroom with his 4-year-old daughter. We stopped at a gas station in Nowhere, Oregon, 2 hours into a 12-hour road trip to a family funeral when the diarrhea struck. My wife and 2 older kids were in the van while I was inside, looking for cornflakes with my 4-year-old. We beelined into the restroom, making it just in time. I had no choice but to take my 4-year-old into the stall with me. She watched as I struggled. "Good job, Daddy, good job! You make 2 poops, now 3 poops. I'm 4. Yucky, Daddy, it's stinky." I'm not sure what happened exactly, if I'd eaten something wrong or if it was the stress of traveling with kids, but what I do know is that my 4-year-old daughter is the Richard Simmons of pooping. I never felt so supported in anything in my whole life. She commented on the size, smell, and sound. "Wow," she said, "you're trying so hard." At one point, I had to actually push her face away from the business end of things as she clapped and cried, "You're doing it, Daddy! You're doing it!" She's potty trained, sure, but she's also easily distracted and prone to potty accidents. I suppose she's gotten used to the positive reinforcement Mel and I give her each time she goes. And when I'm cheering her on in our family restroom, it seems normal, even appropriate. But when the roles are reversed, it's just, well, awkward. Particularly in a public restroom where the man in the next stall to me was obviously holding back tears of laughter. Laughter that busted loose when she called me a pooping, farting robot. Naturally, it all passed, and as I buckled her into the car seat, a small package of anti-diarrhea pills held in my mouth, my wife asked me what took so long, and I rolled my eyes and mumbled, "You don't want to know." It was then that my daughter was kind enough to recount the story to her mother, clapping the whole time. I sat in the driver's seat. My wife patted my leg. "Nice work, Daddy." All I could do was say, "Thank you." As it turns out, this post is more than just an overshare, and this is actually a dad shamelessly shilling for his recently released book about other hilarious stories about being a father. If you think this is funny, you can find it on our website, zendailynews.com/poopstory.
News. Okay? In Japanese katakana, this word is pronounced noose with an S sound.
I don't know if you remember the famous space musician and Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield. He was the one that had the viral video where he sang David Bowie's Space Oddity, and he also did a live duet with the Bare Naked Ladies, which was pretty badass. Here is a little clip if you don't remember.
This rocket's burning bright, will soon be out of sight and orbiting in space. Push back in my seat, look out my window, there goes home. That ball of shiny blue, how houses everybody, anybody ever knew.
Anyway, it was pretty incredible. That's Chris Hadfield playing in the International Space Station, some thousands, I don't know, some science nerds can tell us, of miles away, with the Bare Naked Ladies, live in studio, with a whole fucking choir singing with them. It's amazing. Well, here's a German astronaut and famous electronic band Kraftwerk attempting to recreate the same type of magic, but in a certain German style. So basically all the video is this astronaut pressing buttons on an iPad while the band looks at a screen awkwardly, and the audience is actually filming the event on their own iPads.
It's not the normal type of humour. It's not the normal type of joke. It's not the normal thing that makes you laugh. Okay? So something that's zany is funny but different. It's unusual.
Thanks everyone for joining us for today's episode of ZEN Daily News. Those are our headlines for the day. I'm going to leave you with some more Sugar High by Auntie Lode.
So good high, I'm on a sugar ride, I'm on a sugar sky. So good high, this I can't deny, I'm on a sugar high. Driving through the countryside with a chocolate milkshake, watching out the fireflies, headed towards the lake. Drive to the summertime, gonna get myself a chocolate pie. Drive to the summertime, sweet city blow my mind. I'm on a sugar high, I'm flying on the sky. I'm on a sugar high, I'm on a sugar high. This I can't deny, I'm super duper high. So good high, I'm on a sugar ride, I'm on a sugar sky. So good high, this I can't deny, I'm on a sugar high. Sniffing on the white line, gonna have myself a good time. Sugar goes to my brain, 3 ones of a sugar bed. I'm on a sugar high, I'm flying on the sky. I'm on a sugar high, I'm on a sugar high. This I can't deny, I'm super duper